Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Let's talk about utilitarianism. This module, entitled Utilitarianism, emphasizes the common good for the benefit of the many. What is good or right? Is anything useful, beneficial, and serviceable to attain the ultimate goal of an action? Utilitarianism was brought to the center by Beckmann, who applied his empirical beliefs to moral and politic theories. Objectives. In this module, you will able to understand and define utilitarianism, appreciate the value of utilitarianism, assist when to use utilitarianism.
Jeremy Bentham, 1748 to 1832, England. Greatly influenced by John Locke and David Hume, o mas kilala bilang the father of utilitarianism. Ipinanganak noong February 15, 1724 sa Spitalfields, London, England. At siya ay namatay noong June 6, 1832 sa Westminster, London, England. Siya ay nag-aral of Bachelor of Arts degree of Queen's College, Oxford, and Law of Lincoln's. His father, Jeremiah Bentham, was a successful lawyer in the Court of Chancery, in his mother, Alicia Whitehorn, he Groves was pious women.
He is an English philosopher, economist, theoretical jurist, reformer, and thinker. His most important work is An Introduction to the Principle of Morals and Legislation. This book originally printed in 1780 and first published in 1789 in Bentham's. He has defined the human person and its action as basically governed or motivated by pleasure and pain. This fundamental rule of pleasure and pain holds that everything pleasurable is good and everything painful is evil or bad. Happiness is pleasure that is desirable in the ends of inherently good.
Dumako naman tayo ngayon sa utilitarianism or utilitarian theory. Utilitarianism or utilitarian theory comes from the Latin word utilis, which means useful, beneficial, profitable, advantageous, and serviceable. It is considered as the most influential theological or consequentialist. It is claimed to have long originated from the Greek Epicurus 341 to 271 BC, who that the end or purpose of all action is primarily to attain pleasure for oneself, the limitation of desires, and removing the fear of death and of goods. In utilitarianism, what is good or right is anything that is useful, beneficial, advantageous, and serviceable in the consequences or ends telos. The end justifies the means, including the intentions. Intentions and means are neither good or bad. Utilitarianism opposes duty, reason, virtue, God, emotion, self-interest, and love as the basis of morality. Sa madaling salita, ang utilitarianism ay isang paraan ng pag-iisip kung saan ang pinakamagandang gawin mo ay yung may pinakamaraming magandang resulta para sa pinakamaraming tao. Parang pagtimbang ng mabuti at masama. At pipiliin mo yung mas maraming mabuti. Hindi gaanong mahalaga kung paano mo ito gawin basta maganda ang magiging result nito. And meron tayong two types of utilitarianism. Number 1. Act utilitarianism. The principle of utility is directly applied to every moral action. The right act is the one which brings about the best end or least amount of wrong or bad end. Sabi nga ni Niccolo Machiavelli's principle, a prince may hurt some individuals and would be justified in his action if it were for the benefit of the whole state, is exact act utilitarianism. Ito sa act utilitarianism, Tinitimbang mo naman dito yung mabuti at masama bago ka gumawa ng isang bagay. For example, kung may masamang tao na kailangan mong pigilan para maligtas ang maraming tao, pwede mong gawin iyon pwede mong gawin iyon kahit masama yung gagawin mong paraan. Number 2, rule utilitarianism. The focustility is applied to validate any rule of conduct or moral principle. The right or good rule is the one which brings about the best end or the least amount of wrong or bad end. Legal laws that are enacted for a common good are rule utilitarian. This is because the wrong or bad action that the government punishes are any violation against the law or rule. Dito naman sa rule utilitarianism, may mga patakaran na sinusunod mo para makasiguro na maganda ang magiging result nito. For example, ang batas sa isang halimbawa nito. Kahit minsan ay may masamang resulta ang pagsunod sa batas, mas maganda pa rin ito na pagmatalagahan dahil nagbibigay ito ng kaayusan sa ating bansa, sa ating lugar.
John Stuart Mill, 1748 to 1873. Greatly influenced by his father, James and Jeremy Bentham, mas kilala bilang the most influential English-speaking philosopher of the 19th century. Ipinanganak noong May 20, 1806 sa Pentonville, London, at siya ay namatay noong 1873 sa London, England. Studied Greek at 3 years old and Latin at 8 years old. Ang kanyang ama ay si James Mill na isang Scottish philosopher. Reading history book at the age of 6, a logician at 12, and economist at 16. And next.
He was a British philosopher, naturalist, liberalist, economist, and moral political theorist. His book and essay were centered logic, epistemology, economics, social and political philosophy, ethics, and religion. He is a great follower of Bentham. He later married a widow and was elected to the House of Commons. He ran for re-election but was lost. He does not agree with Bentham's idea that all pleasures are of equal value. For him, it is not quantity that should be measured, but the quality of the pleasure felt.
According to him, it is better to be human being satisfied than a pig satisfied. Better to be Socrates dissatisfied than a fool satisfied. And if the fool or the pig is of different opinion, it is only because they only know their own side of the question.
John Stuart Mill. He believed that different forms of pleasure should be ranked according to how valuable they are, because Mill believes that there are different kinds of pleasure that aren't all equal. He thought some pleasures are better than others, not just because they feel good, but because they come from using our high mental abilities. For example, he thought the pleasure of reading a great book, of learning something, is better than the pleasure of eating a delicious meal. This is because the first kinds of pleasure uses our minds in a more complex and satisfying way. There are different kinds of pleasure, the higher and the lower forms of pleasure. Higher pleasures. These are pleasures that come from using human capacities like rational thought, self-awareness, and language use. Mill believed that higher pleasures are more valuable than lower pleasures because of their intrinsic superiority. Examples of higher pleasures include intellectual pleasures, imagination, and moral sentiments. While lower pleasures, these are pleasures that come from using lower capacities, like bodily pleasures that both animals and humans can experience. Examples of lower pleasures include eating, sex, and vanity. Next, The higher form of those that will allow us to exercise human beings, higher faculties like, for example, one will choose to learn and be educated, uses higher faculty than to be ignorant and be a fool. It says here that humans that have higher faculties that allow them to make choices based on intellectual and moral considerations rather than just physical desires. For example, someone might choose to pursue education over ignorance or intellectual pleasures over physical ones. At sabi dito, decision should be made by someone who has experienced both options. As the given example, only someone who has both eaten pizza and read poetry can decide which is morally superior. Next is the John Mills utility principle. Happiness principle. High is the greatest happiness for greatest number of people. A good example is friend connection. Imagine you're trying to decide on a movie to watch with a group of friends. You could choose a silly comedy that might make a few people laugh, or you could pick a thought-provoking drama that could inspire deeper conversations and understanding. It says here in the second paragraph, it suggests that the best choice is the one that brings the most happiness to the most people. In the movie example, kung yung drama na napili nila ay mas magbibigay ng sobrang kasiyahan para sa nakakarami kaysa sa comedy, then it's the morally right choice to choose that. Next, he believed that people become unhappy because of selfishness and lack or mental cultivation. Sabi dito, sa mga tao na nagiging unhappy sa kadahilan ng mas pinaprioritize nila ang kanilang mga needs and desires over the well-being of others, kung saan nalalak ang kanilang personal growth at development. Kaya sabi dito sa second paragraph na education should focus on cultivating values like selflessness and empathy by teaching people to consider the needs of others. Furthermore, Mill argued that when people work together, they can address some of humanity's biggest challenges, such as disease and poverty, which it says here that evils of the world. A society grounded in these selfless values would be more resilient and cooperative. Next, he thought that virtuous people such as the heroes and martyrs do not deny themselves of happiness, rather they sacrifice happiness for the greatest number of people. A good example here is heroes like Jose Rizal, a national hero and martyr who spoke out against injustice and defended the Philippines' national identity. A good example also is the 13 Martyrs of Bagumbayan, Emilio Aguinaldo, Saint Pedro Calungsod, and many others Filipino heroes. Second paragraph, sacrificing one's own happiness for the greater good is acceptable, but the sacrifice itself is not good. Take note of that. A good example is a parent sacrificing their career for their children's well-being. A parent might choose to give up a high-paying job or a promising career to stay home and raise their children. For the last is, it says here utilitarianism called godless because it doesn't necessarily align with the idea that God's will is the ultimate standard for morality. For example, if God's will emphasizes obedience or other values over happiness, then utilitarianism might seem to conflict with the religious principles. However, John Stuart Mill countered this by suggesting that if God's ultimate goal is for his people to be happy, then utilitarianism isn't against religion, where it actually aligns with it.
Quantity versus quality. Base kay Jeremy Bentham, quantity of pleasure, all pleasures are of equal value. Push pin, a simple child game, is as good as poetry. Base kay Bentham, para sa kanya lahat ng kasiyahan ay pantay. Para sa kanya, ang paglalaro ng simpleng laro ay kasing ganda ng pagbabasa ng tula, kung pareho ang dami ng kasiyahan na naidudulot nito. Tinitignan niya ang intensity, tagal, kasiguraduhan at kung gaano karaming tao ang nakakaranas ng kasiyahan para masabi kung ano ang mas mabuti. Basta para kay Bentham, marami ang kasiyahan tapos mabuti na. And kay John Stuart Mill naman, higher and lower pleasures, quality of pleasure. Better to be dissatisfied human being a pig satisfied, and better to be Socrates dissatisfied than a fool satisfied. Yun ang sabi ni John Stuart Mill. Gusto ring ipahayag ni Mill ay hindi siya sumasang-ayon. Para sa kanya, may mga mas mataas na uri ng kasiyahan kaysa sa iba. Ang kasiyahan na dala ng pag-iisip at paggawa ng mabuti tulad daw ng kay Socrates ay mas maganda kaysa sa kasiyahang pisikal lang tulad ng isang baboy na busog. Mas mabuti na raw ang isang tao hindi masaya pero may matalinong buhay kaysa sa isang taong masaya pero bobo lang. Ang klase ng kasiyahan ay malaga, hindi lang ang dami, para kay Mill naman yon. Daling salita, ang gustong palabasin ni Bentham, ang dami ng kasiyahan ang mahalaga, kahit anong uri nito, klase nito. And kay Mill naman, ang uri ng kasiyahan ay mahalaga, mas maganda ang mas mataas na uri ng kasiyahan. Kung kayo ang papipiliin, ano ang mas pipiliin nyo? Yung quantity or quality?